Hello, keep it going for your host. So, I got super drunk last weekend. I was waiting in line for the bathroom at this bar with a bunch of other drunk women. And this other drunk woman barges in and she goes, "Somebody stop me. I'm about to go home with my ex." And everybody dropped what they were doing to stop her. Everyone got out of line, women were peeing, "Don't go until I'm done peeing, I gotta stop you." And you guys, together, we stopped her. Yeah. So, I think socialism can work. I think it just has to be a country of only drunk women. I was at a different bar that had a mechanical bull, and everyone was like, "Liz, you gotta try the mechanical bull." And I was like, "No." And then they were like, "No, you gotta try it, it's so easy, it's just like having sex." And yeah, the mechanical bull is just like having sex. I'm bad at it. It's okay, I know I'm bad at sex because I didn't take sex ed. It was mandatory at my school, but instead I took honors nuclear science. We had a meeting of me and my parents and the school administrators, and we all agreed as a group that I was more likely to operate a nuclear reactor than fuck. And we were right. This is my backstory of fucking in nuclear reactors is I think one time I gave a guy a blowjob, and then I got a job at my college nuclear reactor. And then later I had sex. And I don't know, I think not taking sex ed wasn't such a big deal in college. For a while, all you had to do really to be good at sex was bring the holes. It's harder now. I was hooking up with this guy and he wanted to eat my ass. And I was like, "Bro, I did not take sex ed. I don't know what that's for. I know my ass is clean. I'm around a lot of nuclear reactors." That's the science. If you took honors nuclear science like me, you would know that. And I'm bad at sex. I was dating this guy and he wanted to have phone sex, and I was like, fine. And he said he was jerking off, and I believed him. But then I said I was jerking off, and I was actually reading the news. It's a bad choice. It went like this, he was like, "Oh, my dick's so hard," and I was like, "Sure, pussy's wet and stuff." And then he was like, "I'm fucking you with my cock," and I was like, "Sure are, Buster." And then he was like, "I'm about to come," and I was like, "The world's oldest turtle just died." That was the wrong thing to say. I think a lot of people say the wrong thing during sex. I was hooking up with this guy, and he goes, "This is some Handmaid's Tale shit." And I was like, "What about this consensual sex with two people reminds you of Handmaid's Tale?" And it turned out he had never seen Handmaid's Tale. And he thought I looked like Elizabeth Moss. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But next time you hook up with a lady who looks like Elizabeth Moss, maybe just say it's some Mad Men shit. I don't know. All right, I'm Liz. Thanks.